What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Cutlass Board Games channel. We're once again playing Blood on the Clocktower, but this time we're playing Trouble Brewing. We haven't been back to the base 3 in quite a while. We played Sex and Violence last week, and then we haven't played Trouble Brewing in even longer. That is so funny. And we have two new players to our group, Pseudocode and Alice. And we literally just talked about the new player having a high likelihood of being the demon, and Alice is our new player. And Pseudocode has played before, but is like new to our group. So I guess I gotta put some work in, I guess. Damn. Well, fortunately, I am next to Alice, so we can whisper, but it's also, Alice is like brand new to the app as well. It's like the first game ever, so I can't guarantee that they're going to know to use the whispers. So I might just have to try and get into a chat with them, which would be kind of funny. I mean, I can just go rogue and do some wonky shit, but it's kind of funny. So I'm kind of hoping Pseudocode is not the Baron, but is in fact the Scarlet Woman. That would be nice. And then I gotta figure out who I'm going to poison. I kind of want to poison Brian. You got it coming. Oh, jeez. I wonder what my game plan should be. Because I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to like put the whole evil team on my back and, you know, and make their gameplay experience irrelevant. I want to maybe sit back and let them learn and fail. My very first game of Trouble Brewing, I was the Scarlet Woman, but I was executed in Final 3 instead of the demon because me, the demon, and the poisoner all claimed to be the soldier, which was really funny. Alright, here's Alan. Hello.
The prophecies come true, hey?
I know.
Crazy. Just help her out, show her the ropes, but I'm sure you'll be...
Gonna do my best.
Make a choice.
I would like to poison Ryan.
Ryan it is.
He
Thank
had
you
it
very much.
coming.
I don't know why, but fair enough.
Okay, so I should make a note. Okay, well, it's a 10-player game. Let's hit T. 10-player game. 2 minions, 1 demon, no outsiders. Unless if there is a Baron, in which case there will be an outsider and a drunk. I could potentially claim to be an outsider. Just like rock a Saint Bluff the entire game. Which I think works kind of fine. Makes me, I just have to kind of assume that Pseudo is going to be the Scarlet Woman. And so that would mean that there is no Baron. I can comfortably claim Outsider because there is no Outsiders. Or I could comfortably claim Librarian.
Everyone. You have all woken to find that I am very sadly dead. It is really sad for Vivian in particular. She's in shock. It is very clear that only a demon could have done this. You will have 5 minutes to discuss, and then I'll bring you all back.
Hello.
Hey, Keith.
I'm your loyal friend, the Poisoner.
The Poisoner, you said? Okay.
That's me.
What's the strategy? Who should we kill next?
Well, what bluffs did you get?
What? Sorry.
What bluffs did you get?
Oh, Mayor, Fortune Teller, and Saint.
Excellent. If anybody asks, you are the saint, and I'm
Okay.
the librarian that saw you as the saint.
Okay.
Because
So-
then people will believe that I confirm you as a good player.
Amazing. Is there a reason why I have to be the Saint?
I just think it would be much easier for you.
Okay. Right.
We could do it the other way around if you want to be the librarian and I'm the saint. It works.
No,
either way.
we do whatever you think is good.
Okay.
Wait, librarian? But
Yeah.
librarian is in play, right?
No, not necessarily.
Oh.
So the bluffs just tell you some of the not in play characters. So the librarian could still not be in play.
Okay, I see. What does the librarian do again? Let me try to
So
read.
the librarian sees 2 players, one of which is an outsider that I know is in play. So I would have seen you and
okay.
one other person and seen Saint, and then I went up and talked to you, and I said, "Hey, I'm the librarian, are you the Saint?" And you said, "Yeah."
Okay, I see.
Mm.
Okay, so what should I do next? Is there anyone else that we should suss out?
I think just go and talk to people. If they ask what you are, just say the Saint. If the Saint gets executed, the good team loses. So your whole thing is like, "Hey, I just really don't want to get executed."
Okay.
If you think that people are sus of you, as the imp, you can always select yourself at night, and then me or Pseudo will take over as the demon for you.
Okay, I see. But who should I kill next night?
I have no idea. But if I do find out, I can whisper you if you see the chat box. I could feed you names if
I
I
see.
hear. Otherwise,
So
just send it. Anyone is fine.
Okay, if I kill someone, do I have to say like I want to kill the empath, or I can just say I
No,
want
you
to
choose a
kill
player.
Ryan, kind of?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, player, right? Okay.
but that's
my
that's
God.
kind of it.
Yay.
I believe in you, our saint. I dubbed thee. All right, go talk to some other people. You got to go be believable. I already believe you.
I'll try. Thanks, Keith.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yo,
Hello. What's going on?
Good. I'm the librarian that managed to confirm my person chat won.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm having a great time.
Oh, I haven't been paying attention. What's the outside account base?
Zero.
0.
Base
Well, so
0.
We
So
must
we have
a
Baron confirmed. Yeah.
Hooray! That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
But one of them is confirmed, so either we have another face-up outsider or we have a drunk somewhere.
We're drunk.
And it's nice to be a librarian that didn't see a drunk for a change.
Fair enough. I've hard claimed to 2 people, so I might just say that I'm not a first nighter, and I'm
Okay.
not the virgin.
Okay.
If that's all right, we can chat again tomorrow. If you want me to narrow this down.
I'm going to put you down as the Undertaker.
Sounds good to me.
If anybody asks, that's what you told me you were.
All right, let's go. I'll get to Undertaken.
Yeah. All right, huge. Good
All right,
luck, I
thank you.
guess. All right.
You don't have to answer, but was it a saint that you saw?
Yes, yeah, I saw Saint.
Okay, that's good to know. I've heard there's a Slayer around,
Okay.
so I don't know if
It would have been
that's,
nice if we could recluse confirm, yeah. Yo,
Hello.
what's good?
Um.
What's 27 seconds of good?
You wanting to hard claim? I'll hard
Yeah,
claim.
I'm the librarian that confirmed my saint already.
Beautiful. I'm fortune teller who has a yes on 2 people.
Me,
On Weedy
certainly.
and Alice.
Ooh, okay.
Not you.
Weedy and what was the second one?
Alice.
Oh, and Alice. Oh, interesting.
I have a plan to check Weedy, so we shall see how that goes.
Yeah, okay. Good luck.
Welcome back, everyone, except for the very rude Weedy and Rollo.
Oh.
You have a minute to talk amongst yourselves, and then nominations and executions will be open. Don't all talk at once. Seb.
I've got a fortune teller no on Weedy, Brian, Candace, and Alice. So those 4 people are confirmed by me. Please do not go for any of those 4.
That's how a fortune teller works, yes.
The double fortune teller.
Yeah.
The Giga fortune teller.
Ryan.
I'd like to claim Slayer, and can I pick a weapon?
Sure.
Excellent. I'd like to pick, oh goodness, like a bucket of slime, and I'd like to slime toss Keith, please.
So just for the new players out there, Ryan has claimed Slayer, which is a character that chooses publicly a single player once per game, and if they are the demon, they just die immediately. Okay, and with that, Ryan has chosen to attempt to kill Keith with a bucket of slime. Ryan pours it over Keith's head, but slime is not it's not toxic slime; it's just normal slime, and Keith is a bit irritated, but he's fine.
Do I get a Nickelodeon award at least?
No.
Dang. Defective slime, it's okay. I'll get a refund from the manufacturer.
You got gooped.
Let's open up nominations. So the way that this works is anyone can say, I nominate someone else, including yourself, and then we'll run a vote on that to have them killed for today.
Do we have any virgin claims? I'm a first night character.
I haven't heard of one, but I also haven't talked to that many people.
I've heard of one, but I was kind of wanting to nominate them as well.
I mean, I'm happy for you to jump onto it.
Ooh.
It's more likely you would have had their permission, the person that talked to them, than me, a person who did not.
Fellow virgin out there, are you happy with this?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Sure.
nominate
That's
Ryan.
a virgin.
Sorry, what was that, Seb?
I nominate Ryan.
Seb nominates Ryan. Please.
This is apparently the virgin.
Oh.
Dang.
If I'm the drunk again, if I'm the drunk virgin again, I swear I will be very annoyed. Either way, I'm happy to die to Undertaker as followed through with the Undertaker. Okay, please murder me.
Brian, is what you told me true, by the way?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay.
We will be running the vote in 3. If you would like Ryan to be executed, just press the thing that says hands up right in the middle, and that will count as a vote. A majority of 5 votes is required to put Ryan on the block. That does not mean he will be executed immediately. Anyone that gets more than 5 votes will be executed instead. But with that, I'll run the vote in 3, 2, 1.
I'd like to say Ryan is no longer fortune teller confirmed by me.
Ryan is on the block with 6 votes. Are there any more nominations?
I'd like to nominate Seb.
Tell us why.
Look, I have a fortune teller yes on Justin, Seb, Ryan, and Wheaties.
Seb.
I will say, if there's another outsider, I fully believe I'm drunk. So please come out right now.
I know of an outsider.
Ooh.
All right, there are 6 votes to tie, 7 to execute Seb, going in 3, 2, 1.
Does this outsider happen to be a saint?
Yes.
Would they like to be shot?
Seb, did you think you were drunk because of the Virgin nomination or because of your information?
Well, I'll just say I'm an empath. I got a 0. There's that. I was wanting to be a confirmed empath, to be honest, but since that didn't work, maybe.
I mean, it's less good when the Virgin isn't next to you.
I know, but I wanted to be confirmed somehow.
I would like to recognize Weedy's hand.
If there's any saints, soldiers, mayors, or raven keepers that want to get Slayer shot today, let me know. I'll do it because I don't feel like holding on to it all game. Otherwise, I'm just gonna random shoot.
I'll be ending the day in 10.
Definitely gonna wait till 1 second.
I hope East is one of those.
I am the librarian that saw a saint.
I'd like to claim Slayer and shoot Justin.
Weapon of choice, please.
A bracelet.
Weedy takes off a bracelet that he's been wearing and throws it at Justin. And the bracelet is made of metal that a lot of people are allergic to, but not Justin. He's fine.
Bro got him with the nickel allergy.
And Town has decided to execute Ryan. Ryan dies, and everyone please go to sleep.
Yeah, I think the mistake was I think the mistake was thinking I would be a sober virgin.
I could really be the drunk path. I had hope.
True. Yeah, equal opportunity to be drunk, I would say.
Alan wouldn't make a drunk virgin. That's so mean.
It's classic.
Yeah, I have. Okay, I think I should. I have never been a sober virgin. Every time I've seen the virgin token, I've been drunk. I'm also including the one time where I was the drunk philosopher who went virgin.
Wasn't that in the 1 Million Wishes game? No.
Was it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's that era.
Yes.
I can't remember if it's that specific game or not. So I feel like if it's the 1 Million Wizard Wishes game, then that might not count because everyone had two characters, a third character which was the wizard.
No, that game I was bluffing virgin. I wasn't actually the virgin. That's
right.
It was a different instance.
Well, you wouldn't have activated then either.
I think that speaking about these wishes and wizards might be confusing Alice, so
Yeah, true.
maybe we should stick off that for now.
Forget about the wizard.
But yes. Oh yeah, I guess for Alice's reference. So I'm claiming to be the virgin. So logically, if Seb was a townsfolk from my perspective, he would have been immediately executed. Since that didn't happen, it could be that I am specifically the drunk, which is an outsider, which would make sense given that we have a claimed librarian who has seen another outsider. But because that in a 10-player game, we would normally only expect to see 0 outsiders. That would therefore suggest that there could be one of the minions when the evil team is a baron, which has added 2 outsiders. An alternative explanation would be that the poisoner has hit me, and therefore my ability is not working. Who knows? That's why this game is so fun.
Or Seb could be the drunk, for example, or one of you two could be evil.
Yeah.
There's so many worlds.
Also that. Ooh, Traveler.
Oh wait, that's a traveler. I thought Seb disappeared because I saw his...
Hey.
Hello.
Candace! Are you telling me to check on the food? Okay. You can just eat first and then I'll eat when you're done. It's still cooking.
Oh no.
I do now. Oh, scapegoat. Haven't seen that in a while.
It's very trouble brewing.
Alan, what time of night is Scott joining at?
Scott is going to be joining at the very end of the night.
Okay.
Okay, so he would not register for the purpose of an empath.
No.
I'm a scapegoat.
You're only actually a scapegoat if you only speak it.
Okay, making some notes about my bloof. That's surely how you spell librarian. Yeah, okay, good. No, yes, I know the evil saint. Make note about this as well. I'm hoping that this means that Amelia will see Weedy as a yes, and whoever the second person is. Fortune teller can't pick Traveler, right? No. Dreamer can't pick Traveler. Who else can't pick Traveler?
Good morning, everyone. 2 announcements. First of all, Seb died of the night. And second of all, Scott has joined the game. Scott is the scapegoat as a traveler. If a player of your alignment, that is Scott's alignment, is executed, Scott might die instead. That's all. Good luck.
No, Seb was confirmed.
Nice.
100%.
Yeah, I don't think Seb is evil. I think worst case scenario, one of us is either I'm poisoned or one of us is drunk. I'm leaning more towards me personally.
Yo.
Hello.
What's up? Do you know stuff?
Out of Chef 1.
A Chef 1. That's interesting. I haven't heard from a recluse, but I'm the librarian that saw a saint. So I'm kind of thinking it's Baron, Saint, Drunk. But that means that the actual demon minion are next to each other, not the recluse.
Yeah, we only have 2 outsiders.
And I mean, either Ryan or Seb is an easy pick for Drunk, but Seb said Empath 0, which you would think to be correct, so...
Have you confirmed your saint?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
It's Alice, but when Weedy was like, hey, is there any saints that want to get slain, and she didn't say anything, I didn't want to be like, hey, you should say yes to this. I'm just like, I just gonna let her do her own thing.
Yeah, okay. The Chef 1's real.
Yeah.
It's probably not me if you're confirming Alice. It's Seb just died in the night.
I mean, I'm willing to believe Ryan is good and was the drunk or was poisoned or something. Yeah. And Seb either star-passed or... even if he did, right?
Maybe me.
Even if Seb is evil, that would mean that you were evil and the chef information is made up. So that doesn't make sense to, read into that.
Yeah, I guess.
And then I'm confirming Alice. So unless if we are both evil together, then the evil team has to be paired somewhere else. I could see Ryan or Seb being one of the minions that just, tried to jump on the Virgin or something. Like if Seb was... Maybe Seb was the Baron that tried to jump on the Virgin. Because I was keen to nominate the Virgin, but I didn't know who it was. I didn't talk to Ryan.
They chose to kill Seb without that coordination. I don't know if they don't have time to... Maybe they don't have time to talk.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very
No, yeah, fair enough. I obviously don't have a lot to go on that, so I'm trying to be like, hey, tell me stuff.
I mean, I'm happy to just kill Weedy, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's the way to go. I have heard of a fortune teller, a real one, a person that only picks 2 people, and got a yes on Weedy. So maybe he is a good pick.
Yeah, I'm happy to bet on whatever information leads to someone today, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome back, everyone. A minute for public discussions, and then noms will be open.
Wow, we're chatty.
For what it's worth, I haven't had an Undertaker approach me today, which to me probably indicates that there's nothing new that isn't already public, right? That they essentially didn't confirm me as the drunk, which means I'm more inclined to think Seb might be drunk, and I would like to go after Justin today.
Let's open up
I'm
noms.
saying no.
I nominate Keith.
Tell us why, Scott.
Well, I'm the scapegoat, so if Keith gets executed and I die for him, I can finally trust Keith because I normally have problems trusting him.
Yeah. Makes sense. I'm a librarian, so it's really unlikely that you would pull the trigger on a scapegoat for me. You would just let me die. I believe I have confirmed my person, so my job is kind of done. So I'm happy to die here, if that's the way it wants to go. But I've heard of I mean, there's been 500 fucking fortune teller claims, but one of which I trusted that they got a yes, and I would rather investigate that than jumping on me.
I would also like to claim fortune teller.
5 votes to execute Keith. Going in 3, 2, 1. That is not enough. Keith is safe for today. Any more nominations?
Keith nominates Weedy.
Tell us why.
So this is where I heard where one of the fortune teller yeses was, if you are in fact the Slayer, you are spent. And this is not so bad to check, I guess. I've also heard of a Chef 1, and where my librarian confirmed person is leaves very few pairs of players left.
I am the fortune teller. Also, what can I ask? Did you see a face-up outsider or the drunk?
I saw the same.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you can kill me if you want. I'm a spent slayer. But
you're a spent slayer, but you're the fortune teller.
Are you the slayer or the fortune teller? That's not adding up.
I am the fortune teller.
I don't believe you.
With only nose.
Amazing.
There are 5 votes required to execute Weedy. Going in 3, 2, 1.
Scapegoat check, surely.
Scott, you'd better die for me.
6 is enough.
Roller calls for the exile of Scott.
Rollo, it's called the exile of Scott. Tell us why you want Scott exiled, Rollo.
Look, the scapegoat just kind of gives the storyteller agency to balance the game, and I just think good's winning, so we don't need that.
Scott, your defense.
Look, if you don't exile me, when Alex dies, I'll die instead. Me and Alex will hard trust each other, and then good things can only happen from there.
Are we voting to kill Scott or exile Scott?
This is an exile vote. It's not a normal execution vote. If Scott requires 6 votes to exile, it doesn't take up your dead votes. If Scott is exiled, he will be immediately killed. He can still vote and talk as usual, but he just doesn't have an ability anymore. But it doesn't mean that Weedy is not going to be executed.
Also, I chose Scapegoat because I thought people wouldn't want to exile me early. But
Oh.
Look, this is a half for comedic effect.
There are 6 votes required to exile Scott, going in 3, 2, 1.
I actually really want Scott to activate on Weedy. That would be really good and helpful, but I don't know.
We need to keep Scott around to save my life.
That's not
Yeah,
enough.
that was my hunch.
I'll
Any more
nominate
nominations?
Amelia.
Tell us why.
I just wanted to publicly say hi.
Amelia, your defense to that terrifying and borderline rude accusation.
I lied to Weedy that I was the virgin on day 1 to see if he would be happy to nominate me. Good to know that he is.
It was worth a try.
All right, 6 votes to tie, 7 votes to execute Amelia, going in 3, 2, 1.
Oh damn! I didn't put my hand up in time.
That is not enough.
Sorry, Weedy.
I will be ending the day in 10.
Yes.
Are you ready, Scott? Are you ready to jump in front of the bullet for me?
Are you ready to execute
Weedy,
again?
you have been executed. And Scott dies instead.
Yay!
Yay!
I live!
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
Alright,
Best
guys,
case scenario.
I'm actually an evil scapegoat, so Woody's evil. Thank you.
Huge.
Hey Scott, you might need to go pick up some food from your front door and come back. So you might need to come back as a second.
Oh yeah, guys, I gotta leave for a few minutes and I'll come back.
Just log into Leanne's account.
When you come back, you'll be assigned a new traveler on a new alignment, so I don't think that helps.
I don't think they will assign me a different alignment, because that breaks the game.
Well, it breaks the game if you don't give them a potentially different alignment if you're planning on coming back to life.
Well, he can't go from evil to good because he's learnt the demon. You can only go from good to evil.
True. Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Unless he goes from evil to good, dies, and then comes back a 3rd time as evil.
How many times can Scott die for witty sins?
I mean, if he's coming back as a different character, we can just exile him and he can rejoin.
Matt, do you see those envelopes?
Yes, I do. I've been noticing them.
It also depends on how much you type. If you do
I
a
also noticed because Candace sent me an envelope as well.
yeah.
Oh, and I think I've missed some earlier envelopes from her. She says,
Yeah,
"I am the hunger."
Look at me shooting people.
Oh, right, I can assign roles to people. I forgot about that.
How have you been keeping notes?
In my memory, like I do every game. Like it's not like I
Okay,
normally write it down.
Matt's the spy. Here's a photo. That's why.
Good morning, everyone. You find dead, killed by a machine gun length torrent of envelopes.
Interesting. Yo.
Hello.
Did you have anything good?
Nah, I got nothing.
Oh.
I got nothing that helps solve the game. The only thing, if we're building Chef 1 world, I kind of want to kill into Alice and Justin.
Yeah. Well, Alice is the saint, so I don't specifically want to do
she's
that.
the saint. Okay. I kind of thought that when you were saying the saint broke up lots of pairs, I marked it down on Candace.
Yeah, my current map
Candace
is
wasn't it-
Seb could have been evil that hit the Virgin to make it not activate, but then him dying at
Yeah.
night would mean that he's only the imp. So I actually kind of trust Justin. But then my pairs were you and Weedy, and then Matt and Candace potentially.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
What were you actually? You didn't tell me on the first day.
I didn't. I think I might hold for another day just to cover for someone else who might. I think someone else might be claiming my role to hide as a Raven Keeper.
Fair enough.
So I don't want to out what I actually am just yet. I'll probably, especially because I've got no useful info.
Okay.
Like I've got nothing that helps us solve the game. So I might as well just keep it quiet for another day. I think.
Use it to try and catch someone.
Yeah, exactly. If someone else is claiming it and they're sticking to it.
Have you got claims from Pseudocode or Candace?
So Candace day 1 hard claimed Slayer, which is what Weedy's hard claiming.
Okay.
And which is why, because of the double claim, I thought that she was probably the saint baiting a kill.
Right.
But she might just be evil claiming it.
But Minion's more likely to double up.
So okay, if we read into the scapegoating, so option 1, Seb was evil and star passed, and you would probably make the scapegoat evil, which means Weedy's evil.
Yeah, and Weedy's like, here's my plan. We re-rack or Scott saves me.
Yeah. And so, from my perspective, I don't really want to kill Weedy because if he's evil, he's going to be here the whole time. We can deal with him in Final 3.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of circumstantial evidence pointing at him.
Yeah.
So I kind of just want to kill anyone that's not Alice, I guess.
Yeah, look, I'm happy to die. I've, done my bit. I was hoping to nominate the Virgin the first day. Maybe all of this would have been prevented.
Yeah.
I've heard from a fortune teller. I obviously don't have a real claim from Candace, but I'll mark her as a Slayer, I guess. And I haven't talked to Pseudo either. He did ping me on day 1, but I was already talking to somebody else.
Oh, interestingly, he was... So on day 2, I was in a chat with Amelia, and Pseudo just kept pinging Amelia and wanting to talk to her, and it was a little interesting. So
yeah, maybe he knows something.
Wonder, yeah, if he knows something. I don't know what he would have learned at that point in time.
Don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Oh well.
Welcome back, everyone. Nominations will be open immediately.
So did Rollo star pass to their evil neighbor Weedy?
Rollo and I were literally saying that Seb star passed to Weedy.
We just killed
Wow.
Because it's like Seb star passes at night to Weedy, and then Weedy is like, if you execute me, it's a re-rack, or the scapegoat saves me. Or Weedy is just good. I feel like either way, there's no real point in executing him today. If either scenario is correct, he'll be alive until the end of the game.
Seb star pass to Rollo, who star passed Weedy.
Yeah, intergenerational layout.
Just to clarify for Alice, star pass means the imp's ability to kill itself and pass the demonhood to a minion.
Star pass, did you say?
Yeah, it's a
colloquial term for it.
Okay, I see.
It makes no sense why that's the term.
It came from roller derby. I've confirmed this with a real life roller derby player.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is either, but okay.
It's a roller skating sport. Keith nominates Justin.
Tell us why.
I'm fulfilling my job as being the mouthpiece of the fortune teller. I talked to them today, and they said that the yes pings, which was on Weedy, which we tried to act on yesterday, but also the yes was on Justin. So this would just be cleaning up the other half of that if it was correct information.
I would like to take this defense. I am confirming Justin.
Justin's
Yes.
also been Slayer shot by me.
I've been hard confirmed and I've been Slayer shot, and I'm also the red herring.
All right, there are 4 votes required to execute Justin. Going in 3, 2, 1.
Did the fortune teller pick Justin and Weedy night 1?
I have no idea. They haven't told me what the pings were, only who the yeses are.
I see. Because if we're talking about the same fortune teller, the ping that they gave me was Weedy and Alice instead of Justin. So I'd be interested to hear who the other ping is outside of Justin.
Ping.
Basically, like a detection, like a yes.
Okay.
What the
Like
other
the
knight's
name- like
info
the name
is.
you I'm happy to share the fortune teller info. It was Weedy and Alice on night 1 is a yes, and then it was last night Weedy and Justin is a yes.
I'll nominate Keith.
Tell us why.
I'm getting slightly evil vibes from Keith. We didn't get many votes on them yesterday. I think there's a reasonable chance that Keith is evil, particularly in Chef 1 worlds, which I think most people agree or trying to build around. I think this would be an interesting kill.
Keith, your defense.
I'm happy to die here. I'm happy to be the 4th vote. Yesterday, I didn't want to be executed because I think, as a librarian, the scapegoat would never trigger on me. It was kind of a waste there. Executing on Weedy just worked out better, I guess. I guess hitting me is also good for breaking up numbers for chef pairs too. So maybe that's the best hit today. I don't know. I've just been, as the librarian, done my one job and then been hearing from the fortune teller and then been like, okay, let's act on that, the one thing that I have heard. So I'm happy with whatever.
All right, 4 votes to execute Keith. Going in 3, 2, 1.
I'm a bit concerned by how few hands there are.
I'm not voting because Keith being willing to
Keith,
share
you
the
said you'll be the
information.
4th vote. What?
That's not enough.
Keith, you said you'll be the 4th vote.
I was distracted because I was listening to what Amelia was saying. I'm sorry.
There were only 2 votes.
There were
No,
3.
there were-
I voted.
there were
Oh,
three.
were there? Okay.
Can I nominate Candace, please?
You may.
Also, there's a fortune teller no on me.
Amelia, can I get your accusation?
I don't know a lot about Candace, but she was pretty unwilling to claim any specific role. Not super sold that she's evil, but I have more trust for other people, so it's kind of process elimination.
Candace.
I can claim to be the washerwoman. And I saw Justin basically. The reason why I haven't been claiming is because I mostly wanted to hide my role due to the Undertaker and also hoping to see that I can get a kill off the demon myself. To be honest, I'm a bit confused what's happening because it feels like there's too much. Everyone's out at their roles and no one's been cagey about it. And it almost feels like there's some form of spy in the game.
I don't think that's true. I personally have found that, I think, if I recall correctly, actually, wait, Justin claimed a role to me, but I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. And I think
we're getting
I
a
haven't
little
gotten
bit
info
away
from
from the.
Brolo or
Sorry,
you
we're getting a
before.
little bit far away from the nomination on Candace. I'm going to run it now. There are 4 votes required to execute Candace. Going in 3, 2, 1.
My grimoire says that we have a dead empath, a shot slayer, and then 3 top 4 people, and no other information.
That is correct. We do have 3 top 4 claims.
I will be ending the day in 10.
I'll nominate Matt.
Sorry, what was that, Justin?
I'll nominate Matt. Pseudocode, yes.
Tell us why.
Matt's the only reasonable execution we have left today, I guess.
I disagree. I don't think Weedy has been nominated today.
Oh,
Am I correct?
okay.
Yeah,
One of two left.
Yeah. And I think Weedy is in 2 fortune teller pings, so I would probably like to get rid of him to rule out worlds.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll see.
Anything else you'd like to add, Pseudocode?
No, nothing else.
All right, 4 votes to execute, going in 3, 2, 1.
I think we need to get someone on the block.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's my
I would
vibe too.
prefer to get Weedy on the block.
The thing is, Weedy is just good in my eyes.
Well,
I know
Weedy's
he's
either
good in your
the
eyes, but
demon
he's not good in my
or
eyes.
a good player.
I'll be ending the day in 10.
Matt nominates Weedy.
Tell us why.
I think that we need to get somebody on the block, and he's in 2 fortune teller yeses.
Weedy.
I'd question the fortune teller. I got 6 votes on me yesterday quite easily. Today we haven't got enough votes on any of the previous nominees. I think trying to kill me again is just a bit of a waste of time. Like, you can kill me at like 5 or something, but I think if you were to try and kill me, it'd be firstly a waste of a good scapegoat, but also it'd be killing another good player who, again, I had 6 votes on me yesterday when we only needed 5, and it would leave good at a disadvantage because we probably haven't killed any evils yet.
Pertinent, I'm soft confirming Weedy.
Also, we have 7
What are you?
lives, so we'll have to sleep at some point anyway.
I'm hard confirming Weedy.
Oh, we don't have to sleep at some point with 7 alive. It's an odd number.
Oh,
There are
sorry.
4
Yeah,
votes
that's true.
required to
We
execute
can
Weedy.
just sleep.
Again, I'm concerned at how easy it is to get hands on
Sorry,
me.
everyone. There are 4 votes required to execute Weedy, going in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting in the same boat as Weedy, looking at 4 instant hands when every other vote was like 1, 2 maybe.
That is not enough. I'll be ending the day in 10.
I'd vote on Alice.
Is that a nomination?
I think I've nominated already. I nominated Keith, so I'm just putting that out there.
Can I
Void.
check who isn't nominated?
Who
I s-
hasn't? Sorry, who hasn't been nominated?
I think
it's
Amelia, Alice, possibly
Amelia-
Justin.
Amelia
I
and
think he's
Alice
been
have not been nominated.
I
I'm
would like to
fine.
nominate Amelia.
Tell us why.
Well, who are we voting on?
This will-
Amelia?
Amelia. But
Okay.
Candice, can I get your accusation, please?
Yep. I am of the opinion that I think the chef information is a lie. I think I probably would have wished Matt to die instead. And I think Amelia's information has been kind of not great.
Amelia, your defense, please.
I am totally happy to die, and I will vote on myself if we want to kill someone today. Rolo, please don't use your dead vote on me.
All right, there are 4 votes required to execute
I'll
Amelia.
drop.
3.
I'll vote for
good.
Rollo.
But I
think this is.
think it's evident that
not
I'm
right.
probably
I think
good here.
I think that I'd prefer telling it to Alice here.
5 votes are enough. I'll be ending the
If
day in
you're
10.
into killing Alice, I'd rather kill Keith. Keith's confirming
Keith has already been nominated.
Yes.
I also
But
don't
I'm
think we'll get
saying
the
that-
best to lift.
Yeah, and also, sorry, who hasn't nominated?
Just Alice.
Day is over.
Oh, okay. I guess she's not nominated. So.
Amelia has been executed. And everyone please go to sleep.
Has the word spy been mentioned in this game at all?
I have mentioned it. I'm pretty sure it is a spy game. I just can't figure out where the spy is because
I also think it's a spy game.
I would not have been a
person-
good spy kill, just by the by. Like, there was no reason for me to die last night in a spy world.
Aren't you? Wait.
I was not a good kill last night.
What are you claiming? Rollo?
I'll leave it another day. Just I don't want to help the demon kill tonight. I'll out my roll tomorrow.
Are you willing to say townsfolk or outsider roller?
Townsfolk.
Yeah, we haven't heard from a second face-up outsider.
So
The problem is, if there's no other outsider, I don't know what's going on with Seb and Ryan.
No, I think Seb is the drunk.
Yeah.
Well, either of them, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay,
if Seb is
well,
the drunk, then we have a Baron in the game.
Yeah.
No, but if Seb is the drunk, then Justin is probably evil, which means you're not confirming Justin, right? The problem, I think, my
I am
concern right
confirming
now
Justin,
is that
which
we
is
have
why I'm
two...
confused.
Yeah.
There is
means you
also
have
a
to
world
go
where
and
Justin
find
could just be the spy there if you want to build that world.
True. Or it's Baron and Poisoner. And that's just the two people that have, like, the drunk and the poisoned
Alright,
target.
so say I'm the spy. Where's your chef one?
Well, it's made up, right? So it's nowhere. You've said that there is a chef one when there isn't.
For what it's
Um,
worth,
That's
I
why I
think
said the chef one's
I
probably a lie.
I think I have a better world here. I'll talk about it tomorrow.
Is there any reason why we're having so much difficulty breaking up the pairs? Because Keith has publicly claimed to be a librarian claiming who has seen a face-up outsider.
Yeah.
Candace has publicly claimed to be the washerwoman confirming Justin. So we have two pairs of
Oh, I'm a pair with Alex
players,
too.
right? You're a pair with Alice as well?
With
Yeah, we
Not
activated.
Alex.
Weedy.
Oh yeah, with Weedy. Yeah. So I don't know why we're not breaking up the pairs of confirmed players going to Final 5.
I've volunteered to die just fine, but I didn't want to be the fourth vote when we had people suddenly jumping up to my defense at the last minute.
I don't know, Keith. You said you'd be the fourth vote, and you didn't fourth vote yourself.
And then Amelia was in the middle of saying, "Hey, let's not do this," and I was listening to women instead of voting to kill myself.
By the way, Candace, dinner is ready, and I don't know what we're doing with it.
We'll wait for the food to cool down.
You've been cooking dinner whilst playing?
The food's been in the oven while we were playing.
Wow, you are a chef.
Do you guys live together?
Yeah, we're a couple.
Oh, okay. Where are you guys based? Sydney?
Alexandria. Yeah, Sydney.
Oh, cool.
I think Amelia's our only out-of-towner in this game.
Yeah, Amelia is an outsider. Oh, I know, Ryan is in Singapore. That's an outsider.
Rude.
Yeah, he's outside the greater boundary.
Actually, Ryan, I was going to ask, how much ping do you have? Is it like 5?
Isn't our server literally in Singapore? Yeah.
Yeah, so we're literally Singapore server right now.
Hey, Ryan, what's your ping on the server?
Bro's doing some night shit. Leave him alone.
Good morning, everyone. You wake to find, pinged to death, is no one.
Interesting.
All right, who's secretly a soldier? Out with it.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say again, Alan?
No one died last night.
Maybe this is like a self-killing.
Yo.
Hello. I kind of want to kill Matt.
Yeah, I last night in the flurry of messages had Amelia reveal that she was not the fortune teller this whole time, but was the chef of the one. And that
Wait, so Matt's the fortune teller?
And Matt is the fortune teller, apparently.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He tried to ping me on day one, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him, so I was literally just pinged him then to try and talk to him, and then you pinged me first. So I don't really know.
I guess that explains why he's aggressively going after the fortune teller information.
Yeah, but also Justin claimed chef to me, so I have 2 chef claims now all of a sudden.
Oh, Justin's not the chef.
Well, yeah, I figured. Is he like a monk or something?
Yeah, maybe.
Because that would be a nice layer of confirmation to have a reason for
I
there to be
know.
no deaths.
So I assume Alice is the saint then.
Yeah. I went and talked to Alice on the first day. I'm like, hey, I'm the librarian. That's how my character works. I've seen you and one other person as the saint. She goes, oh, that's me. I'm the saint. I'm like, okay, sick. Sounds great. And then, like, on the first day, you were like, hey, is anyone a saint so I could Slayer shoot them? And I didn't want to say anything on her behalf. So I was kind of just like, okay, I'll, maybe she's trying to get killed by the demon, or maybe she just doesn't want to say anything publicly. That's okay.
That's probably the only person I'd accept as not coming forward as saint.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I was like, oh, one of you's a dodgy saint.
And she's been typing to me, and she's like, should I tell everyone I'm a saint? I'm like, yeah, I mean, if people ask you about it, you should say it. I mean, you can say it publicly if you want, but I guess she's going to be quiet about it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. I'd be interested to hear Matt's info, but...
Yeah, well, and whatever Justin is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
Look, I think... are we all back in town now? Okay. Wait, is that grayed out button on Alice?
Yeah, you can probably share Alice's.
Oh, is it a sort of?
Well, this is very relevant to Alice, so I'll probably wait until Alice finishes the conversation.
Anyone else want to speak while we're waiting?
Do people have their hands up so they could, is the hands up addressable now?
Well, no, Alan's not here.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, mine's just info. I don't really like sharing info without everyone back here.
Yeah.
Necessarily. So.
All right. We'll open up nominations immediately, but let's start with Ryan's hand first.
Hi. I would like to kill Keith today, and no, it's like going on purely like mechanical reasons. I just would like to break up the pairs today. I know.
I have something I'd like to add to that when we get to my turn.
Okay. But
I don't know how you put your hand up though. How do you put your hand up?
Spacebar. Also a reminder that there's a text function as well. You can always just type stuff. Because
But yeah, let's just be mindful because we're getting to a large-ish game, so let's just be mindful of over-talking. But yeah, continue, Ryan.
I just want to say it's because if I believe the chef won, I can envision a setup right now where we have 3 evil players alive. And that is quite concerning, which is why I'm stating this publicly, because I'm willing to dead vote on Keith if we need to. Okay, thank you.
Rollo.
Yeah, I just wanted to out that I am the Undertaker. On night 2, I killed Ryan. Sorry, I ate Ryan. I undertook Ryan, and I saw Ryan as the virgin, not the drunk. So that kind of puts a bit more shade towards Seb's way, but marginally. Also, yeah, people were talking about spy games yesterday. I was killed in the night. On the night, I would not have received any information because we had a scapegoat execution. So from my perspective, it's either not a spy game, or unfortunately, the demon is a bit less experienced and didn't necessarily know not to kill the Undertaker on the day they'd received no info.
Thank you, Freudian slip. Pseudocode.
Yeah, so, okay, that's not formatted correctly. I just pasted something in the chat. I was the real fortune teller. I was in a roll swap with Amelia. So night 1, I got Alice and Weedy, and I got a yes. Night 2, Keith and Amelia, and I got a no. Night 3, Weedy and Justin, and I got a yes. Night 4, Candace and Justin, and I got a no. So basically, I have a no on every player except for Weedy and Alice. I think that one of them is the demon, and one of them is the red herring. At the moment, I'm inclined to go based off socials that Weedy is the good one, and that the chef one would point to Keith and Alice.
Amelia.
I was also just going to out that, yeah, Pseudo and I are in a roll swap. The chef one is my info, but I am perhaps less confident in the fortune teller info. I think it could have been made up.
All right, noms open.
Keith nominates Keith. This is on Ryan's behalf. I am the librarian. I saw Alice as the saint. The confirmation went on day 1 as you'd expect. I'm happy to be executed here. Like I said earlier, I really don't contribute anything. It's just that there was a fortune teller no on me earlier. So unless if I became the demon later in the game, I guess I don't know. I'm just a scary guy in general, so getting rid of me leaves non-scary people alive on the final day is also fine, I guess. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be a lot easier to get hands on me on our third attempt. Yeah, I don't know. Ryan, did you want to add anything?
That if we don't kill Alice today, then she jumps.
All right. There are 3 votes required to put Keith on the block. Going in 3, 2, 1.
I think there are worlds where Alice can't jump if Alice is the demon. Like, if Seb was the starting demon, he killed himself and passed.
Well, that doesn't align with my fortune teller info.
Oh, you checked Seb night 1?
No, I checked Alice night 1 and I got a yes.
What do you mean jump?
So jump means when the demon kills themselves and they get yeah.
It's the same as a star pass, just different words for the same thing.
There is a lot of jargon in this game.
Yeah.
So if anything,
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Look,
Matt would like to nominate
I'm just
Alice?
trying to not get executed because I'm the saint.
Sorry, what was that, Pseudo?
I'd like to nominate Alice.
Tell us why.
Yeah, so based on my fortune teller info, it's either Alice or Weedy, and I believe that it's Alice. I think that Weedy is right. There were a lot of votes on him, and I think it was too easy to get him on the block for him to be the demon.
But Weedy had like an inconsistent story.
I think he's just the Slayer. I'm assuming he's just the Slayer. I don't know what the fuck that thing was with this fortune teller thing.
Alice, would you like to add anything in your defense?
Don't kill me. That's all.
All right. 3 votes required to put Alice on the block. Going in 3.
I'm ready to dead vote on this.
Do we not want to do the potential saint on the last day?
Yeah, I think
Late now.
We're yellow and
4 votes.
themes.
4 votes is enough. Alice is on the block with 4
Oh,
votes.
no.
I think if we leave Alice alive, she's star pass.
Okay,
so that's my
I think what has happened, my guess is Seb is actually potentially a spy who tried to proc on a virgin on Ryan, and we got given a good scapegoat because of that. Like, and because of that, the Undertaker info, the spy info died with the very first night scrim.
Okay, but if there's a poisoner, then Matt's info can just be wrong.
That is true, but I have been reasonably publicly chef until just last night. So I did not really have... I don't think I have any reason for people to poison me. I would have expected them to
if
poison
anything,
Amelia instead.
people would think Amelia was the fortune teller the way I was revealing the fortune teller information.
Yeah.
I specifically told multiple people that I was the fortune teller, so the fact that I didn't die suggests that the fortune teller info was not accurate.
Or it just is a spy?
Yeah.
The problem is, I do
then
trust
I
you,
probably would
Amelia,
die.
but your chef one, I don't know where the chef one is the problem.
I think it's Alice and Keith.
Yes, this is why I'm jumping on Alice and Keith, because I believe Amelia chef one.
All right, I will be ending the day in 10.
Is there a
Listen,
world where it's Seb,
better
Justin,
nominations.
Candace? Seb and Justin is the chef 1, and then Seb killed himself at
I
night?
think Candace is a spy
Oh.
who got Justin's trust. I think Pseudocode might be.
Yeah, that's the world that I'm in currently.
But then, if that's the case, then we need to lift up the saint now.
I think
If-
Keith might be the demon. Alice might just be a minion.
If I nominate, can I nominate someone now? And if
Yes,
they get
you may.
more votes, I won't have to die.
Yes, that's how it works. Yep.
Okay. We've already tried Keith.
I
I,
would
want to nominate Weedy.
Tell us why.
Just because, I was still confused about that story thing.
All right, Weedy, your defense.
That's fine. I was actually planning to nominate Pseudocode today. For other reasons, I think there's coherent worlds where outsiders are possible, but that's fine. Like I'm totally okay with this. I think given we have 4 on Alice, it's going to be quite hard to lift. So I guess The town is just going to send it.
All right, there are 4 votes required to tie this vote. 5 votes required to execute Weedy. Going in 3, 2, 1.
I'll be the 5th.
Don't tie, please.
3 is not enough. Alice is still on the block. The ending the day in 10.
Is that the evil team?
Who voted? I didn't see. I think it was Keith,
And-
Alice.
Justin.
It would be a chef
Keith,
too.
Alice,
That was
No,
the
man.
One of them could be the
Alice.
spy, though.
So
essentially,
Oh.
Weedy
I honestly
vote
don't
together
think
with
it's a
Alice.
spy world.
Alice has been executed and dies. And I have an announcement about the game. You all get to go to sleep.
I'm having a bad time
Oh.
all of a sudden.
Okay.
Oh, Alice was poisoned.
I was so sure we were gonna lose.
What in the
Okay, so I
world?
guess we have a Scarlet Woman.
Well,
I
I'm
guess we have a
now
Scarlet Woman.
kind
Well,
of
no,
thinking
Alice
Alice is
is
the
the
spy.
Well, okay,
Alice?
I have a fortune teller yes on Alice.
No,
Who
the
was it
problem
with?
is,
Alice and
if
who?
Alice is the spy, then what's Seb doing?
Seb stuff.
I'm just a drunk empath.
Seb could still be
You
the
can't
drunk.
be drunk.
There's no face-up outsider.
If Alice is
Yeah.
the demon,
Oh.
Seb
Yeah.
can't have star passed, right?
Sorry.
Because if Seb
No.
star passed, the Scarlet Woman must have caught it. So
Yes.
Sorry,
Alice
That's
is
why
if I may,
I'm very confused.
no,
Maybe
if I
Ryan
may
should-
posit a
This means
world,
we're firmly not
Oh.
in Barren Worlds now, right?
Yeah.
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 That,
No.
because... No?
Which, okay, if that's the case, then something's wrong with Seb and Ryan.
So it
Ryan
has to
said
be
that
spy
evil was
poisoner,
poison.
or one of Ryan
So,
and
no,
Seb
I
is
think-
evil.
Alternatively, Seb is. I don't know why Seb would
Wait,
sacrifice
why
himself
can't
that
Ryan
much
have
as
just
an
been that
evil.
one poisoned?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Rolo-
Spy,
that's possible, yeah.
poisoner works, or one of them is evil.
I think there's a poison.
They would have. That would basically mean they specifically poisoned Ryan that one.
Which means
Yeah.
Matt's night one info has to be correct.
Who would...
Yeah, well, I mean, I think my
poison
night
Ryan?
one info was correct. I think we got the demon. I
But
think there's a Scarlet Woman in play.
If Alice is the demon, then how did I see them as the saint?
So wait,
Poison.
who's? Oh, Keith. Oh, I think
Yeah.
he's just evil.
Keith, how
I
did
think
the
Keith is the source about
confirmation
Chef One.
go?
So you think it's Scarlet Woman and what's the other minion?
No, I
Not
think
sure.
it's
Could be
spy
a poisoner.
yeah, it would have to be poisoner from my perspective, because I really don't think Seb is. If Seb isn't the drunk, right? Seb is a sober and healthy. Seb being a sober, healthy empath makes perfect sense, and I'm just poisoned. Yeah, that works.
I think Candace's world was quite viable,
Mhm.
where Seb was a spy hoping to proc.
And then
what's
what?
the
I
rest
was
of it?
poisoned, and they just said no.
What's the rest of that world? Who's on Seb's team?
I think Alice. Keith,
That
and
would be
Seb
Alice and Keith.
works. Yeah.
So
So
Keith,
I thought Seb was a spy who tried to proc on the Virgin and failed. And then Alice and Keith are just the pair, and Amelia's information is correct.
so that means Keith is the Scarlet Woman, Alice's demon.
I think that even if Keith is good and procked off Alice the spy, I think closing the world and executing Keith tomorrow, because we've got.
No, we
actually,
don't.
only
We
got
have
No,
one
we've got
execution.
One.
We've got one execution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we magically have another non-death night.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, what was up with that?
Oh,
Why?
I'm actually the soldier.
Why did no one die?
We got soldiers
Um,
in here.
There are potential reasons, is my guess. I don't think they would have sunk.
Good morning, everyone. Candace died. This is your final 4.
Okay, well, Keith and myself, and I got a yes.
Is
Okay, Matt. Why
Didn't
you
you
Yeah, we
know
did.
earlier?
Why did kill
Well, I mean,
Candace, not you?
Can you post your whole
think for
fortune
what-
teller info again?
I think because
sure.
Keith. Sorry. I think Keith genuinely thought I was the fortune teller, which would explain Matt still being alive.
What about last night when Matt was outed?
At this point in the game, you leave the fortune teller alive if they are the fortune teller to frame them. Like that.
Yeah.
That I think that's just the social play that most people
Yeah,
would
I think-
make. So like,
In
I
my-
don't think we can at this point. We can't read into Matt, Pseudo, sorry, still being alive.
Yeah, but I
do we-
think Matt getting to like the first 3 days sort of while I was pretending, and Keith genuinely thought I was fortune teller points too.
So if
And-
Seb or if
Yeah,
Ryan
that's
specifically had to be poisoned for the Virgin to malfunction, the Alice Weedy yes being has to be correct, which directly conflicts with my either being the librarian and poisoned or being the librarian that saw the spy. He then
Weedy
gets
could
a
be with Harry.
Keith Amelia no on me.
I
on the
believe we had
second
4
night.
alive, right?
Yeah.
Do we
you can
just
go to
sleep?
sleep.
Yeah, we kind of have to
Yeah, I'm
sleep.
fine with sleeping.
Alice,
For Alice's benefit, so the game ends when the demon is alive with one more player. When there's 4 players alive, typically we just sleep, because then the demon kills one person, we wake up with 3, and it's a better chance of killing the demon.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so we're probably just gonna sleep tonight, let the demon kill someone else, and then.
Okay. So you guys know I'm not the same now.
I mean, I still believe that you're poisoned, so I still think you're good.
In most worlds, people will think you're not the saint right now.
That
Alice,
said, Alice, I will
unfortunately.
take your advice on who you think the demon is.
Alex, do you want to share your role if you're not the saint?
I'm the same. I don't know what you're talking about.
Love it.
Whatever. I'll
Alright,
stay after tomorrow.
Nominations are open. If you would like to go to
I will
sleep
not
and
be
you're alive,
nominating.
follow Keith and do an X.
I love that this is catching on.
It is. Alright, every alive player has chosen not to nominate. You all go to sleep.
It
Oh,
needs to be
yeah.
like an X hand function. You know how like there's
Well,
this is
Yeah.
a paper rock, but
I probably die. It's my confirmation is that
Can you set up other hand gestures for other keyboard like hotkeys? It'd be great if you could have like a spacebar for hand. and
Yeah, and then have
other
hotkeys for
random
the whole
key-
scissors
quite-
paper rock.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Wish list.
Sorry, Weedy, in respect to that, like if this was like a game with all experienced players, I would absolutely see that happening. But just out of like respect to Alice, I just don't see Matt as a Scarlet Woman pushing on Alice the Imp. Like that just seems not very fun.
Yeah, Matt's a nice guy, isn't he?
Pushing? Like, what do you mean pushing?
Sorry, like saying that you're evil or that you're the demon or something along those lines.
Encouraging your execution.
Yeah, to push on someone is to be like, I think this player's evil and we should kill them today.
I see.
Good morning. Pushed off a cliff in the night is Weedy.
God
This
damn.
is your final 3.
Oh, this is
Big.
very easy for me.
I was the only person here I
Interesting.
trusted.
Sorry, excuse me, everyone.
Oh,
This is your final 3. Only Justin, Keith, and Pseudocode are alive. I will leave a minute for public discussions, and then nominations will be open. A reminder that the text chat is available if you want to share your information. This is a relatively large game, so let's be mindful of over talking.
May win. May win.
Candace.
unfortunately.
This game is very clearly just Keith's to me, because I can confirm that Justin is the monk, and if you can say that I'm the spy, but we've got too many like spy suspicious people.
I protected Candace the night of no deaths.
And for what it's worth, I got Justin and myself as a no last night.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
This doesn't look good for me. My current world is Alice was the spy that I read off. Justin is the demon, which is the chef one. Candace must have been the poisoner that hit Ryan the Virgin on the first night.
How do you explain Amelia? with her chef one?
The chef one is Alice and Justin, where the spy actually registers for the chef. And then Candace is the poisoner who was set up with Justin to sync on cue.
Okay, how do you explain Seb not procking on Ryan?
Ryan was poisoned by Candace, the poisoner.
This seems
Candace
like a
sees
very
Justin
niche
as the
world.
monk because Candace is the poisoner and Justin is the demon with the bluff. It fits.
Oh my God,
Everything fits.
That's actually believable.
I would like to recognize Rollo's hand.
I just wanted to say that, like, I think Keith, even if though there are definitely viable worlds where you're good and it's possible, the evidence is stacked against you. And I think we all should just we should all remember that we're here to play and have fun. And so,
Hey, bullying me is always on the table.
We don't need to mock Keith's world at all if it's super niche or anything like that.
Yeah, Weedy, were you actually the Slayer?
Yeah, the claim of fortune teller was just memeing because there were 500 fortune tellers in town. I am the Slayer.
Interesting.
How do you explain Justin being Slayer shot by Weedy?
That's the one bit I can't get because Weedy could not have been poisoned as well as Ryan being poisoned.
Shooting Justin is never a bad
Are
idea.
nominations open, by the way?
Interesting.
Yeah, let's open up nominations.
Yeah. Matt nominates Keith.
Tell us why.
I think we've had sufficient evidence to say that, like, it's just Alice and Keith. I'm still not sure who the third person is, but I think that we've got to send it on it.
Can I vote?
You're
Yes,
allowed to vote.
You are allowed to vote. If you put, you can.
I would
press
assume
the-
that you probably wouldn't want to vote, though, unless you're trying to mind game us.
Keith, your defense, please.
Hey everyone, the person I just saw at the Saint asked if they could vote on me on the final day. I'm struggling to put a world together because too many opposing things have to exist at the same time. So, unfortunately, I think I die here regardless of what I do.
All right, and with that, 2 votes are required to put Keith on the block. Going in 3, 2, 1.
I think the only vote Matt is evil is the Scarlet woman that pushed on his own dignity. That's somehow peaceful. I don't know.
Oh boy.
7 votes is enough, and I don't think it can be beaten anymore.
Uh-oh.
Yep, it cannot be beaten. Keith is surely executed and dies. And a team has won. And that team is the evil team.
Wow.
Everyone just executed Keith the Poisoner, who on night 1 very successfully sniped Ryan the Virgin, which was out of nowhere and brilliant. That is why Seb, the empath, did not proc Ryan's ability. Seb started off learning a 0 between Ryan the Virgin and Justin, but more on that later. We also had Scott, the scapegoat, who who saved Weedy the Slayer.
Correctly.
We had Rollo, the Undertaker, who learnt Ryan was the Virgin, and then would have learnt Scott as the scapegoat, but then was brutally murdered. We have Candace, the washerwoman, who saw someone as the monk. Amelia, the chef, who learnt a 1 because there was a 1 between Keith the Poisoner and Alice, the starting imp, because prophecies are, fulfilled for a reason. And that just leaves us with Justin the monk, who was confirmed by the Slayer shot, and Matt, the Scarlet Woman, did.
I hate that snipe on the Virgin. I was like, there is no way.
Also, I called Roller as the Undertaker to his face, and then messaged Alice to kill him at night, and then also poisoned him just in case he was the Raven Keeper, and I was stupid.
Matt,
I felt like I just played confusion. I was like, I'm trying to
For what it's
confuse
worth,
myself.
I did not cook with my evil team because I literally never talked to either of them the whole game. I never got a chance.
Well, you told me you were the Scarlet Woman when you pushed on Alice. That was enough.
Oh yeah, no, I figured you'd work that out, and I saw the message going there, and I figured you'd work that out from there.
Yeah, we between Alice and I, we actually did kind of workshop a lot of stuff. But basically, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the frame for this entire game. They're gonna spend the entire game trying to get me killed, and then I'll die on the final day. So we kind of it was a cold shot.
Yeah. I can't. I just can't get
so
over the
much
fact that
at
Matt
Did I
killed
kill
that
Ryan
last
in the
day.
first round? Is that what I did? I don't remember.
So
Seb.
you killed. I can't remember who was first. Oh, you
the
killed
Seb.
Seb.
Seb
Oh,
first,
okay, right.
and then you killed Rollo.
Potentially
Was
a
that-
good kill, but
Yeah.
Was that not like a clever move?
Well, I think it's fine.
I think